Welcome to What the We Are to intelligent discussion what liposuction is to dieting. And while you're contemplating that, let's get a preview of tonight's show from Timothy Walton in our legal department. Timothy, what do we have in store for tonight's show?
Good evening, Jim. We have several topics to discuss tonight. Can too much sitting make you anxious? Could the power of positive thinking help at all? Maybe sarcasm is the key. Or maybe you just need to change the radio station. Back to you, Jim.
Hey, thanks, Timothy. We'll join you at the end of this show. Hey, some say they're back after a long hiatus, but the restraining order says they never left. Let's meet tonight's panel. In the far chair, it's program manager Kate Swanson. She's so charming, she managed to convince the Klan to allow minorities into their organization. In the middle chair, it's Nurse Frankie J. She's so sharp, needles use her to inject each other. In between them, he's the host of KMVT's only live show, John Wants Answers. It's John Pink. If modesty was a pole, firemen would go down on him every time they came. Finally, sitting next to me because he drew the short straw, it's attorney at law, Mel Patterson. If profound insight was a bugle, he'd get blown every day at dawn. Issue number 1. If too much you sit, will you throw a fit? A new study finds that people who spend much of their day sitting may feel more anxious. Research from Deakin University's Center for Physical Activity and Nutrition Research in Victoria, Australia, which is totally not a made-up place, finds that there is a relationship between prolonged sitting and anxiety, and it should be studied further. Researchers are not sure what causes the other or if it's merely correlation. For more, we turn to the least stressed cat in the world. LS Cat, your comments.
Oh, goodness.
Wow, I have to compliment that owner, able to get the cat to use the toilet and stand up in one place. But Kate, sitting and anxiety, are you agree or are you buying this?
Well, I guess, they said there's a correlation and they have no idea which causes which, so they need to get more money to do more studies. I don't know who's going to give them more money for that, but I think their whole point was probably to get more money to do more studies.
Okay, but I don't think you answered the question. So you're not sure.
Really?
You're not sure if you buy this or not, right? That sitting leads to anxiety.
Well,
you just
I'm
think it's a scam for
sitting
more
right
money?
now, so I'm a little anxious. So I really am having trouble thinking.
Oh, okay. When you're, would you be less stressed if you were standing up?
We could try it.
And maybe not, because
Okay.
that'll mess up the mic guy. And then the audio guy who's sitting will be very stressed.
Oh, right,
there you
right.
go. But
Okay.
so you have no way of knowing this, right?
I have no way. No, I don't feel stressed or anxious when I sit.
Or
or stand, or I don't.
It'll depend on the situation whether you.
It will, yeah.
Okay.
What else is happening?
Okay, yeah. What else normally is happening when you're sitting?
I'm normally reading.
Okay, are you stressed?
No.
Okay, all right, all right. What about when you're on the crapper?
Only occasional stress.
Okay, all right. But fiber handles that, right?
No comment.
All right. Well, I think I tapped her out. Hey, Frankie, you're the nurse. What's your take on this? I mean, are you? I assume you're not on your feet all day. You're not sitting down all day, right?
Well, I sit down more now because I retired.
Right.
So, and I'm finding that once I quit my job, of course, and I did have a sitting down nursing job that was highly anxiety producing because of the productivity expectation. But now that I'm retired and I can sit,
you're not stressed at all?
my anxiety level and stress level have really gone down. And if I have any problems with bowel elimination, I simply take my iPad into the bathroom with me and play Candy Crush until I either get timed out or have a good result.
So Candy Crush is an app, not what you call your actual.
That's exactly correct.
Right.
Yes.
Just because you.
Yes, we'll just make
you
sure.
You don't call your little guys Candy, do you?
Something I have never named them, but that's something interesting to talk. Have you? Anybody named?
No.
What do you call?
Jim, maybe.
Yeah, what do you call yours?
Skittles.
Skittles! That's adorable.
In Canada, we call it Smarties.
There you go. Oh, okay, there you
Smarties,
go.
Skittles, Smarties, M&Ms.
Hey, John, I assume you spend a lot of your time sitting down. What's your take on
I
this?
spend a lot of my time sitting down, and I'm not that anxious.
Right.
In fact, I think I'd be more relaxed sitting.
Right.
Because, you're sitting. You're not, spending all that effort standing or leaning.
Does standing up require a lot of effort on your part?
Not as much as it used to.
Oh, okay. But does it make you anxious?
People can see me more, so
Right.
I'm more nervous because people are like.
Are you conscious about your appearance below the waist then?
Sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah.
It depends on what you're wearing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're more anxious if you're not wearing anything at all.
If I'm.
That's what you told the judge.
I had this, recurring dreams. If you look down, it's like, oh my, I'm naked down there, and those dreams are very stressful. And usually I'm sitting down in those dreams, right? I'm sitting down, and I look down and go, oh, and that's a very anxious dream.
In your dreams, you dream about sitting down and looking at your penis?
I dream about discovering that I'm naked below the waist.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it bigger in your dreams than in real life? Do I really want to know?
Let me tell you about the sizes. Now, in real life, gigantic. So in my dreams, it's a little more manageable.
Okay. All right. Mel, you're a lawyer. Do you spend a lot of time sitting down?
Yes, of course.
Are you anxious a lot?
No, not unless I'm working on my 4th cup of coffee.
Oh.
And, that often makes me anxious. But sitting down, no.
Okay. So you don't think this is a big scam by the stand-up chair industry?
This is just nonsense. That's what it is.
You're totally not buying it at all.
Not buying it at all. I mean, it's. I mean, why would you be more anxious sitting down than standing up?
I wouldn't know. That's why I'm the one who asked the question.
Sorry, Jim.
Well,
sorry.
here's the thing. I mean, if you have a job where you don't sit down a lot, like say in the construction industry, you're not anxious. You're just fearful, right? Because something might crash or fall on top of you, right?
Yeah.
Right. But now that you're sitting down in a desk job,
right,
you're not fearful that something will fall down and crash on you.
I've never had that thought. I really haven't.
But humanity just has a way of filling in the vacuum with crap, right?
What?
Yes, there's
Now there's the way to
Goes
get
back
rid of
around.
constipation: vacuuming.
vacuum your crap. That's it.
Vacuum.
I think we'll leave.
That's a great.
We'll leave on a high. We'll leave that on a high note.
That's not a high note.
Okay. Issue number 2. If you really believe, will you still end up aggrieved? Making a person feel more optimistic about their job does not boost their productivity as much as we might think. A study from the University of Utah, Go Cougars, has found that people perform on average equally well in a task regardless of how positive or negative they feel about it. According to the paper, quote, people prescribe optimism when they believe it has the opportunity to improve our chance of success. Unfortunately, people may be overly optimistic just about how much optimism can do. Speaking of which.
In der Mitte am besten dahin.
Ja. Ich will nicht mal gucken, nicht als Lache, das zu hart ist.
Bin ich drauf? Ja. Motherfucker, fuck the fucking world, and my new band is called Sis Kill.
Seriously.
Yeah, women have the glass ceiling, men have the icy water, icy floor. There you go. Hey, okay, let's see. Who do I go to first here? Optimism is overrated. Hey, Frankie, you're the nurse. You used to see people die all the time. What's your take on that?
What my take on?
Optimism being overrated.
Yeah, it is.
Is it?
Oh, absolutely. Because you can tell somebody that they're really going to get better,
Right.
or and say, well, if the more optimistic you are, the better off your prognosis may be.
Right. Mm-hmm. And then
So the guy croaks in the next hour.
is that what you tell people?
No, not about the croaking part.
Oh, okay.
About positive thinking, definitely.
So positive thinking doesn't work at all.
No.
Okay.
No, because it gives you a false sense of hope.
Okay. Is that why you're going around with a pillow?
Yes, exactly.
All right. And the little the little injection. Okay.
In my back pocket.
All right. Hey, John.
Hey.
You work in tech.
I do. Work in tech.
I assume that the whole industry runs on optimism. Am I wrong on that?
I don't know, because I think marketing people are optimistic that the targets will be hit,
Right.
and then engineers are like, "There's no freaking way we're hitting that date."
Right. But the engineers are optimistic that eventually it'll work, right?
I wouldn't say that either.
Okay.
The marketing people are optimistic it's going to work.
You're optimistic that your code will work, right?
Oh yeah, my code always works.
Oh, all right. And that's not optimism, that's realism for you, right?
I think the key of this story is that feedback in general helps. If you
Right.
got no feedback, which they didn't study, I think no feedback is what maybe won't make you as productive.
Well-
Someone says you're doing a good job, you're like, oh, I'm excited, I'm doing a good job.
Right.
And someone says you suck, like, oh, I don't want to suck, I want to work harder to be good.
Oh, okay.
If you get no feedback, you're like, whatever. I
Whatever.
don't know if I'm doing good or not.
Ah, okay. So you're thinking more of this as a placebo effect.
Any feedback is good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great job, John.
Oh, thank you. I'm gonna work harder. I'm so excited.
Well, now on the other hand, you're a lawyer.
Yes.
And what's your take on the effect of optimism in your line of work?
I'm totally with Frankie on this. I think it's completely a load of crap.
Okay. Is that what you tell the judge?
Well, in point of fact, you can be optimistic about the best brief or the best paper you've ever written, and the judge just slaps you down.
Do you
And-
tell that to your clients?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's called client control.
Okay. So do you adjust their optimism or pessimism accordingly?
Oh, yeah, I tell them don't expect anything, especially from me.
Oh, okay. And then after that, they write you a really large check. How do you manage to do that?
It's amazing because I tell them that I'm being honest with them and truthful, and they think that is such a rare quality in lawyers that they write me a big check.
Are you being honest with them?
Always.
Really? We have a lie. I think Timothy has a lie detector going on here, so it's very delicate machinery. So if you tell
I'm
Whoppers,
not
it looks
under
good.
oath now, so it doesn't matter.
No, you just blow up the machine, and we don't want to cause a fire. All right. Hey, all right, Kate. You used to be a program director, right?
Right.
You used to boss people like John around, right?
They are
What's your take
like
on
herding
optimism?
cats.
Right. Did you try to goose them with better performance, with optimistic? Optimism?
Well, really, I found that donuts are the very best motivator of engineers, and everybody knows that, I think.
So you use bribery rather than just mere words.
Yes. Bribery, I mean, it's not telling them, oh, you're doing a good job. It's here, and if you finish, I'll get you pizza.
Did that work?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
So-
very effective and cost effective.
So screw
too.
the optimism, just give them food.
Food.
All right. All right. I guess that's a good thing. All right. So we'll just throw this entire optimism doesn't really matter,
Yeah.
right?
Nope.
And also, thank you for the donuts.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Thank you. Oh, by the way, good job.
Thank
On
you.
to our first break. And that's how they allowed me to not wear pants in court. Oh, I'm back. Hey, issue number 3. Are you less meek if you speak with your tongue in cheek? Research indicates that those of us who use sarcasm are actually better off than those who do not. Scientists have found that sarcasm is an essential survival skill when forming relationships and strengthening bonds, and a strong sign of social intelligence. Sarcasm helps men pick up women and relieves socially stressful situations for all of us. Speaking of which, I'm so glad he waited an hour before swimming. Hey, John, as the person voted most sincere by your high school graduating class, what's your take on sarcasm?
Yes, well, I think I'm a big fan of it.
Are you really?
Yeah, I think I'm a big fan of it. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like you are for In Excess, right?
Pardon me?
Like you're a fan of In Excess.
Oh, I'm a huge fan of In Excess.
Right. And Styx.
And Styx.
And the Bee Gees.
Larry Gowan. Bee Gees.
You know the Bee Gees?
Bee Gees,
Okay.
like them too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Air
yeah.
Supply?
Air Supply. Oh, Air Supply. I do like them.
Air Supply, okay.
Like, are you reading my playlist? Like, how do you know all these bands I like?
Menudo?
No, I don't know.
You don't
them.
like Menudo?
Well, I don't
Okay.
really know them.
One Direction?
No, they're too modern, probably.
And your fellow Canadian, Justin Bieber? I know you said in the green room that you have a poster of him.
Oh, I so much like Justin Bieber.
Okay.
A fine example of our Canadian heritage.
Oh, there you go. And as a self-described professional pickup artist, have you found that sarcasm helps you in your pick artistry?
You know, I was thinking back to the times where I have picked up chicks. And I have found that the more obnoxious I act, the more chicks I get.
Yes, but you were on a farm, John. Is that right?
Exactly.
But what about real women?
I think obnoxious is like tied to sarcasm, kind of.
Okay.
It's all about confidence and showing like, hey, yeah, I'm awesome, whether I believe it or not.
I totally agree with what you're saying, John.
Yeah.
Mel, as a lawyer, I assume you use sarcasm a lot in court.
All the time. In fact, you've seen my Facebook posts, and there are tons of sarcasm in there.
Really?
Well,
Is that the one you say I'm a racist pig and gonna go to burn in hell? Was that sarcastic?
That was sarcastic.
Oh, okay.
You know,
there you go.
And women love that too. You know.
Are you sure? How do you know they love it?
Well, because they've told me.
Did they say I love it, Mel? Did they actually say I love it when you're sarcastic to me, Mel?
They say it, but they don't say it like that.
Oh, do they? Oh, okay. You just know. By the way, I think your wife was going to tell you something at the end of the show, but that's just me. All right, hey, Frankie, what's your take?
About sarcasm?
Yeah.
Well, you know something, my husband and I are sarcastic. And we have, and
Because you're
hilarious.
Were your wedding vows sarcastic?
no, they were really traditional, but we have a lot
So
of
love, honor, and obey him, right? That was all
No,
in
the obey part wasn't there. But sarcasm is, for us, is very witty.
right?
Puns start to come out with the sarcasm, which makes the sarcasm hilariously funny.
Do you find that helps with the social bonding? Because you're both clever?
Yes, because
Okay.
we're wordy.
So
people.
you're kind of buying this theory, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I would not. I like to. If I was single and going into a bar, and I would need to find some guy who had a great sense of humor, and who could be a small bit sarcastic, so that I would know just exactly where they're coming from. Because sarcasm.
Prison. It's prison.
Oh, prison. Oh, really?
You got to hang out of those places.
Oh my
Kate will
God.
tell you, right? Kate, what's your take on the sarcasm thing? Does it work in the program directory world?
Yes, we can.
Along with donuts?
Along with, the lovely things we say to the engineers about, we really need this, you're doing a great job, your code is so much better.
I hear that all the time.
Yeah. You're like that stormtrooper in episode 4 that didn't need to see their papers. Is that it?
That's right.
Oh, okay.
That's right. If you say it with the right tone of voice,
Like
some people will believe you, some people won't.
Like Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yes, and nobody really knows what you mean, so you can mean you can mean nothing.
Ah, there you go. All right.
like that.
I'll leave it at that. Great job, Kate. Hey, issue number 4. Does your taste in tunes determine your classroom? I suck at that. Hey, a recent study in the Canadian Review of Sociology finds that social class continues to form our cultural attitudes and the way we listen to music. While the breadth of musical taste is unaffected by one's class does filter out who we don't like. Poor, less educated people tended to like country, disco, easy listening, golden oldies, heavy metal, and rap. Wealthier and better educated counterparts prefer genres such as classical, blues, opera, jazz, choral, pop, reggae, rock, world, and musical theater. Kind of gay, but it's all right. Hey, what the upper class people liked was disliked by the lower class and vice versa. But both agreed that this was not music.
Hill, digging up some ore.
Hey,
Dug up
that's a
a
great
bunch,
song.
but I always need more. It has to go down this big hill. Oh my gosh, I hope it doesn't spill.
I wanna hear that song some more.
You know, I'm actually in that video somewhere.
You can get that song off iTunes, I believe,
There you go.
right?
Hey, John.
Yeah.
Music forms our tastes and forms our cultural class and taste. What's your take on this?
I read the article, and I'm highly educated.
Right.
I'm incredibly wealthy.
Right.
Yet I do like disco.
And you like whatever that was, right?
I'm not saying I like that. I'm saying I made that.
Oh, okay.
It's a big difference.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
I just assumed they went hand in hand, but silly me for making assumptions, right? Okay. But remember, I believe the study said, your breadth of music isn't affected. But yeah, so you're saying you disagree with the assumption that your class might inform of what you don't like. Is that correct?
Yeah,
So
I disagree.
you like disco?
I like some disco. I like Spice Girls. What do you call them?
Bad.
I like Bananarama.
Ooh.
Yeah, Rick Astley. Come on, those are some of the greats of the '80s.
Okay, yeah, you're giving me your demographic profile. That is true.
And I'm very educated,
You
so
are
I
educated.
know about stuff.
You do know about maybe overeducated. Well, just because you're educated doesn't mean you're intelligent. Just kidding. Well,
I agree.
Your taste is good. All right. So you're not buying this at all.
I'm not buying this.
Okay.
I mean, I kind of agree that if you like rap, you have a mental problem. So that part I agree with.
All right.
But you know, if you like disco, it means you like to dance.
Mel, you are a rap and hip hop aficionado, is what you said in the green room, and according to the Facebook profile. So you were a big fan of. You have NWA tattooed somewhere on your body. So what's your take on John's?
Actually, you know, as years have gone by, my social class has changed. My taste in music actually hasn't changed that much. I know what I don't like.
What don't you like?
I'm okay with some rap, like
Okay.
Will Smith and I don't like.
You like the PG stuff, not the
Yes,
gangsta rap.
That's it.
You like the rappers that sold out.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
Because
That's
as
right.
you've moved up in class, you've sold out.
That's right. There you go. Now you know.
So
That's absolutely right.
would you
Being a
agree
sellout is
with the
important.
conclusion of the study then?
No.
Because as you've moved up in social class, your tastes have changed.
No, my tastes haven't really changed. I
Okay.
mean, you know, the truth is.
So you
that
always loved Will Smith.
I always loved Will Smith.
Okay. And you always loved MC Hammer?
No, I mean I hate Kanye West, for example.
Yeah. But you always were a big fan of Vanilla Ice. I remember as you said in the green room. Right? All right. All right. I got a minute left, so I got to let the ladies have a cue in this. All right, Frankie, what's your take?
My taste in music has broadened since I've gotten older, but I don't think my class hasn't changed any.
But what music have you added to your repertoire?
Classical, operatic.
So it might not be
And-
class, it just might be age.
Yeah.
So you're getting
In fact,
older?
As you get older, you're
Slow down.
You
Slow down.
don't slow down.
Don't worry, I'm still young enough to be in a hurry. Kate, I'll give you the last 30 seconds on this.
Well, first of all, I'm sure you don't slow down when you get older. You just get wiser, and you don't run around all the time. And I think your musical taste mostly doesn't. There's some things you like in high school you're gonna like all the time.
Okay.
So you're stuck in whatever era you're born in.
All right. I'll leave it at that. On to our second break from our break. Hey, we are at the last segment of our show. This is our fact-checking segment where we figure out where we went wrong during the course of the show. And for that, we turn to Timothy Walton back in our legal department. Hey, Timothy, how we do tonight?
Well, there's just so many issues that I have to address. I'm going to go in the order that the stories were discussed. So, Jim, the problem with your cat video, you might recall that cat video,
Yes.
is that the cat neither flushed nor washed its hands.
Well, does a cat have hands?
Pause.
Pause.
Paws?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dirty paws.
Well, I don't think it uses paws, right? Because it doesn't wipe.
That's no problem.
It did not seem to pause.
See what I mean?
But,
I love that.
Oh, that's so punny.
I know. Isn't that great?
That's great.
If I met that guy in a bar, well,
That's right. Her husband would be just SOL, right? He doesn't watch the
Oh,
show.
there
does
you
he?
go. See, now you're making all new mistakes that I have to correct.
oh, I'm sorry.
Well, I was
Well,
drunk. I needed the
Frankie,
money.
I have to say, you were not stressed as a nurse sitting down. Stress is being a fact checker for this show.
I
And you're
agree.
still sitting down.
How do you know he's sitting down?
Because his shoulders are all hunched over.
For all you know, he's standing up. Well, for all you know, he's not wearing pants either.
I assume
Well,
he's wearing pants.
nobody knows if we're wearing pants back
That's
here
right.
either.
Well, no, for
We
the
could all
camera
be
angle, you can
back
see if
here.
I'm wearing pants.
Oh, well.
Um,
The three of us could be
bottomless. There you go.
having a
Also, to avoid a liability issue, we have to disclaim what Frankie said. Nobody should be putting a vacuum up their butt.
Yeah.
Unless prescribed by a doctor.
Yeah. And done by a doctor.
Done by a doctor.
No nurse.
Doctor.
John, I have to take issue with something you said. Your code does not always work. I submitted a support ticket.
Oh, burn.
And Mel, lying to your clients is not client control.
That's what I call it.
It's such a fuzzy line.
I know.
It's a fuzzy line.
Also, Kate, engineers cannot run on donuts and pizza alone. Give them some potato chips.
Thank you.
Oh, that's a good.
Thank you. That's good advice.
Coffee and Jolt Cola can help too, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Jolt Cola, good stuff.
I haven't had Jolt Cola in a while, but you
Do
know.
they still make that?
Do they still
You
make
gotta
Jolt Cola,
find
Timothy?
it in specialty stores.
Oh, what kind of
Yes,
special
came back,
stores?
actually.
Oh, it came back? All right.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
We're getting close to a minute left, Timothy. What else you got for me?
Mel, when those women are saying to you, it goes like this. We so love it when you're sarcastic.
So they're being sarcastic.
So you've met Timothy. You've met Mel's wife.
I've seen what he writes on Facebook.
You've also met his daughter, I presume. Don't go there, right?
Don't go there.
Well, she does love it when you're
also-
sarcastic. Sorry,
John,
Timothy.
yeah, it's okay. We got to get through all this. I mean, we're low on time, right?
30 seconds.
John, you don't really like air supply.
I don't?
No.
Why not?
Also, nobody believes that you ever picked up a woman.
No. I believe it. It costs more money than he let on.
I've picked up ladies on this very show.
It just costs more money than he let on.
No pun intended. None taken.
All right, Timothy, thank you very much. Timothy, I think we're at the end of the show. Thank you very much for watching. Later.